This is our first Civic Hackathon, and I'm glad to say and proud to say that it was a success. Great working with our partners, Open Data SCL, RISE, and the St. Louis Economic Development Partnerships. There's too many to list, so they're all on Facebook, they're all on Twitter, but we definitely want to call out Civic Progress and the Missouri Technology Corporation for being our title sponsors and stepping up in a big way to make sure that we had cash to give away at our GlobalHack event. So let's give them a round of applause. And DC, Joe.
Well, my name is Jacob Kavner. This is Ethan Bresler, Celso Torres, and Matt Ramphel. We are 1017 Hack Squad. And our first experience with Hackathon has been, I guess it's been a good one. We've definitely learned a lot. And as college students, that's really what we're looking for. We're not looking for the prizes. I mean, prizes are nice, but we're looking for the learning experience.
So, maybe a future one?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I think having this first experience, we will definitely approach the second one differently.
Okay.
We only had 2 back-end developers, and I think we definitely could have had more people on that. And so this guy won't have to be losing sleep and feeling nauseous.
Literally coding during this interview.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But we were surprised at how much focus there was, not necessarily on the coding part, but on the changing things and changing systems portion of this, which was surprising. I think there should be sort of more expectation for that, but I also thought it was a good thing that it wasn't just who can make the best whatever. It was, how can you change the system and see different ways, and you can do different things. It wasn't just this is the exact thing. It was change how courts and fines and whatever dealt with in St. Louis as a whole.
Right, and I really liked how, because it was a civic-minded solution, it kind of leveled the playing field for people who maybe weren't as good at software development. Like, I know myself for a fact, I'm not that advanced with it, but I was able to contribute to the group in a lot of different ways through doing research in the judicial process of St. Louis and suggesting changes and kind of guiding the overall direction of the project. So I really liked how it wasn't just who could develop the most high-tech software, it was really who could find the best solution for the judicial issue and the larger issue of St. Louis.
And I think that, building off of that, I think the winning team is going to have a lot of people other than good coders. They're going to have a good marketer, they're going to have a good writing person who's going to be just researching, and it's a lot more than just a coding competition.
Sure, my name's Alex Miller. What kind of other stuff do you want to know? I guess my job title is data scientist, so I write a lot of computer code, but I'm not really a developer. Well, I haven't lived in the city that long. I kind of wanted to meet people. I'd heard a lot of talk about these things. I'd done puzzle competitions before, which seemed similar and I enjoyed a lot. And I guess that they are similar, I was right. And I like working with computers. I like doing competitive stuff.
So, and I think, is this your first GlobalHack hackathon?
First hackathon, first GlobalHack, yeah. Yeah, I like doing competitive stuff that's very free form and you just run off for a long time to work on a problem with other people. I like the teamwork aspect. It's a great way to meet a lot of people. I did a lot of interesting eavesdropping, a lot of great people watching. I learned a lot about kind of front-end computer stuff, which is pretty cool, which I don't normally do in my job, and I don't know when I would have learned about it otherwise. The first day was super crowded here, we couldn't get a room, and then there's kind of nobody here, so that was a little bit weird. I thought the problem was pretty cool. It was kind of neat that it was not perfectly intersecting with what stuff computer people normally obsess about. It kind of intersected with a lot of other issues, which was neat. I thought it went well. I thought we had a pretty respectable product at the end that somebody could actually do something with. We got the things out that we wanted to say. The judges seemed very engaged and asked questions that made me think they were tracking what the value of this kind of thing could be. I thought answering the questions, we also got good opportunities to sneak in a little more propaganda for that we developed a good app. So I don't know what other people did. I was very pleased with how our project's gone and how the presentation of it went.
Mostly involved me trying to figure out how to work on a hackathon style event where you get to work cutting across bureaucracy of things, and just to get the problem right from the prototype, right from the initial problematic phase, go through the entire design of it, and then build a final product that you could actually work, that actually does the job. And I think in that way we have a really great team that we formed, and it's a really awesome experience to just have different perspectives on the team. We have iOS developers, Android, Java developers, UX folks, and to get everyone on one problem, sit together and develop it right from scratch, it's just an amazing experience. And it's having fun with the team more than anything else, other than building the problem. It's you getting to meet other people and just having fun with them, network with them. You're almost struck without sleep on high caffeine and low food for about 32 to 40 hours at a stretch. So that's a really long time. My first GlobalHack experience was, to be honest, a total disaster. In a sense, I did not have a proper team, so I came in here, but then there was a team that we formed ad hoc, but we didn't have enough developers on the team, and so most of the time was spent in actually trying to figure out how to solve the problem. And we did miss one of the biggest rules in hackathon: use your existing resources. What we tried to do, we tried to rebuild what's already given to us in a language that all of us are familiar with. So, which I thought was a total blunder, what we've done. So compared to that, but this time around, we came prepared, we had a team, we had an idea on how to tackle the problem, and I think we have a winning chance of doing it. I think we built a great product that has a potential to win.
Okay. So since
I think these guys do an amazing job in the way they're doing it right now to implement it in such a scale and having all of us get there and do stuff. But I think one thing if they could improve on is their communication. from the communication perspective. I know they're pretty upfront about it, but to set proper deadlines or to make the judging criteria for a specific problem a little more specific than what it is right now. I'm not blaming anything. I think the way they're doing it is great, but I think there's a scope for improvement in there that could be done. In a sense.
Close. Let's say you need some money because you don't have a lot. It'll tell you right here, you owe blank in fines, and you can pay it in only 27 hours of community service. For example, if you don't know how to get there, you can click the court address, and it'll launch it in Google Maps for you, so then you can easily get redirected to it. All right, back. Pick the next person on the list.
Your options. You can either pay with credit card or an ACH bank transfer using the numbers on your check with PayPal, or you can pay with cash. If you pay with cash, that will open up the DMV site that shows you the specific details on how you can pay with cash online, or by mail, or by phone. If we go back, the final option is about, am I eligible for community service? So what we have here is we have a short survey that shows you, that lets you input information to determine your eligibility.
That question with information the user knows. I know my birthday, I know my name, I know maybe my license, my driver's license number. So using that information, we empower the user, no matter how they're financially set up or if prior information at all. We just empower the user. And we're going to go through a couple of.
Where did you get your ticket? I remember exactly where I was. I remember the very first time I got pulled over when I was 16. I was on Olive. I remember who was in the car. You can look up by intersection or by municipality. You can type in the city manually.
Laura Kinselbear. I am project manager of research for the St. Louis Economic Development Partnership.
I'm Eleanor Tutt. I'm data management coordinator for RISE Community Development. And can I just really quick say that we had many judges in the semifinal round representing a variety of people within the court system and the civic community.
Hello, my name is Nehemiah Isaiah Dacris. I am the co-captain of the Open Data STL organization.
I'm Nick Apperson, CTO of Lockerdom.
Arthur Crawford, the other co-captain for Open Data STL.
All right, so to the top college team, who broke the bill? Come on up. $5,000 is yours. With some quick math, that's $1,000 apiece. All right. The photographer's right here. Thanks, RJ. If I was your parents, I would tell you to put it in your college fund, but maybe you won't need to go to college. You'll just get hired by one of these tech firms.
Third place for the general, we selected the Spark.
Oh,
For second place in the general, we selected the Foot. All right, so for first prize, we selected Inveo. I just want to say that we really loved a lot of stuff we saw, and I know that I was semifinals as well as a judge and working with some attorneys and some court clerks. And I mean, the discussions were heated. And so I really want to thank all of you for coming out and spending your weekend with us. And I really want to encourage you, if you believed in your idea, there is at least one judge here today that believed in it just as much as you do. And so I hope that you will keep developing it and come talk to us if you want support.
Again, with the at least one judge, I mean, we are Open Data STL. That means that you are in charge of your project. This doesn't end here. You have to keep your idea alive, and there are other people in the world who will benefit from your ideas if you do. So load it up to an open source repository, keep the idea alive, and come back to us. We've got a number, we've got contact. We can develop your idea into something even more powerful than you ever dreamed.
Alright, the only thing I want to say is that this isn't just a one-off competition, but thank you all so much for all of your effort that you put in this weekend. It's mind-blowing. But this is actually a bigger project with the MacArthur Foundation and Code for America. So this project will live on and it has resources behind it. We actually are developing tools in the real world that you guys are all worked on this weekend, and it will go forward. So if you want to stay in touch, make sure to fill out the spreadsheet whenever Matt sends it out. Thank you.
Anybody know what we're up to in 2016? $1 million hack, right? Who's excited for that?